Hi, Leroy Cup from New Horizons Healthy Foods here. Just wanted to share some of my thoughts and critiques of the health and wellness pamphlet in our local Tri-County Sunday paper. Now, obviously, I'm happy to see a whole pamphlet dedicated to health and wellness, but there are some inaccuracies in here, some things that I do take issue with. Some things are good, some not so good. I'll just share some of my thoughts. I've read these things more than once, so I finally thought I'd do a review on it. A lot of times I'm just left shaking my head, and then sometimes some articles I'm like, yeah, that's good, and sometimes not so good. So let's share this one. So first we have an article on, eating dark leafy greens. Obviously that's great. Don't forget to green up. Dark leafy green vegetables, you got to get them in. Most people don't. So they have a recipe for a green smoothie. Great, looks good. Salad, good. But my one criticism is they give you an example for a lemon vinaigrette dressing. And my problem with that is it says lemon vinaigrette sweetens the deal as a low-calorie dressing. And yet, the main ingredient is olive oil. So roughly 2/3 of this dressing is olive oil. So, olive oil is 4,000 calories a pound, oil, the most calorically dense food on the planet. So I don't understand on what circumstance they're saying this is a low-calorie dressing. I mean, I guess it's low compared to straight oil, as opposed to oil mixed with vinegar and lemon juice. So the problem is people are going to have a nice healthy salad, maybe have a couple hundred calories in the salad and load it with 400 or 500 calories of, oil, and then wonder why they can't lose weight. So watch out for that. Let's try to keep our salad dressings without the oil or low oil. Alright, so then we have one on Alzheimer's disease. Treatments involved. You can't see that real well, but it's just, there is no cure for Alzheimer's disease. Okay, that's probably true as far as we know. Nor is there an effective long-term way to prevent potential mental decline. That I would take issue with. Most of the a lot of the leading research would suggest that saturated fat is one of the main culprits in dementia and Alzheimer's. If you just think about it logically, you got to take care of your whole vascular system from your head to your toe, not just your heart. So if all of these blood vessels, capillaries and things are clogging up with saturated fat, do you think your brain's going to function as good as time goes on? And there's other factors too, like excess copper from copper pipes, copper pans, stuff like that. Obviously staying mentally active, reading books, doing word puzzles, just conversations with people instead of just watching TV all day, of course, also helps. Exercise also helps. So yeah, there's absolutely effective strategies to prevent probably, maybe not all cases of Alzheimer's, but probably the majority. So this article's focusing on, here's some new drug trials, but drugs don't treat the cause, they treat the symptom. So way to go is prevention. Not to say we shouldn't spend some time on research what we could do once we have it, but really let's focus on research, healthy diet, exercise, and all that stuff. So then this next article is labeled ticker shock. Okay, it's telling you the dangers of heart disease, which is absolutely correct. Number one killer of America. It says number one killer of male deaths. Of course, they forgot to mention it's the number one killer of females too. It's been the number one killer of Americans for 99 years, even though we've known in black and white since 1990 with Dean Ornish and his heart trials studies. We know the answer to our problem: whole food, plant-based diet. Only diet ever been proven to prevent and even reverse heart disease in the majority of patients. No mention of the cure to our number one killer in this article. No mention at all. So if you're trying to get someone to not have heart disease, why would you not mention the most effective strategy? I mean, exercise helps, but you cannot outrun heart disease. You cannot outtrain heart disease if you're eating unhealthy food. It'll reduce your risk a little bit, but you cannot outtrain it. Alright, so go on to say that in men, key indicators of heart disease are chest pain, discomfort, nausea or vomiting, numbness in extremities, and shortness of breath. They forgot to mention erectile dysfunction. So that's a canary in the coal mine, because if your penile artery capillaries and arteries are clogged, might not work so good. So guys who are, say, in your 40s, 50s, older, watch out for that. It's very common. Probably means you got heart disease. And then it goes on to say, of course, exercise and a healthy diet are key. It doesn't say what a healthy diet is. But don't be fooled by thinking they can totally eliminate the risk of developing heart disease. You can't avoid your genes, says Dr. George Bacris. Actually, you can. We know that the genes that make up, the genes that help determine chronic diseases are like committees. You can turn them on and off. Genetics might load the gun, lifestyle pulls the trigger. We know that if you eat whole foods, plant-based diet, minimal oil, get your total cholesterol under 150, heart disease is very, 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 very unlikely. There's whole populations where pretty much no one has heart disease. But according to this, there's nothing you can do other than eat a little healthier. Again, they don't tell you what eating healthy is, but make sure you go to your doctor, get your heart blood pressure checked, and get treated with medication. Medication, it might be helpful if you need it, but it does not treat the cause of heart disease. It just treats the symptom. Treat the cause, you got to go to diet and lifestyle. Okay, so this is the article I've had most problems with. Number one killer, they don't even tell you how to solve it, even though we've known for 27 years. And we've known really longer than that, but we had them black and white since 1990. Okay, one more article, real quick. Simple ways to alleviate back pain. Okay, number one cause of chronic back pain. Again, this goes back to our vascular system. The spinal artery, the arteries that lead to our spinal disc getting clogged up, saturated fat and cholesterol. The spinal disc, can't get blood and nutrients. They slowly degenerate, leading to chronic back pain. It might not be the original cause. Like if you fell off a ladder, obviously that's a different situation. But for most people, chronic back pain is due to that reason, the majority of the time. No mention of that in here. So, just my comments and criticisms. Again, I like to see wellness promoted, but I would like to see more science-based, evidence-based information in it is all. Because if we really want to help people, we have to get to the cause. And that's almost always the food. It's the food. It's lifestyle. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to carb up. Don't forget to green up. See you next time.